Welcome to Spotlight on Strength, the podcast that shines a light on the incredible members of our iDig Fitness committee and community. I'm your host, Amanda Swanson, and in each episode, we'll get up close and personal with one of the members of our iDig Fit fam. We'll share real stories, swap ideas, and spotlight the moments that keep us going strong. This is your chance to connect, celebrate, and be reminded that we're all in this together. So grab your headphones, settle in, and get ready to be inspired. This is Spotlight on Strength. Hey, welcome back everybody to another episode of Spotlight on Strength. Today we have another special guest with us from our iDig Fitness community. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Lindsey Hutchins and I am from McCall, Idaho. It's just a small resort town north of Boise, a couple of hours. And I'm a curriculum developer for IDLA. But I actually grew up in Vancouver, Washington, spent, I guess the first half of my life in Washington State.
I love that you're an Idaho transplant too. What drove you to join the iDig Fitness committee then?
I was part of the iDig Fit community. It was in the early years of working for IDLA, so it had to have been maybe around 2018. I've always been active, and I've played a lot of sports and danced growing up. So physical fitness has always been a big part of my life. So it seemed sort of natural to join the iDig Fit committee.
I love that, and we're happy to have you. So let's talk about inspiring quotes. What's a quote that inspires you to keep working towards your fitness goals?
I think the quote, "Take care of your body, it's the only place you have to live," is a quote that I like because it reminds me that it's the most important reason to exercise and eat healthy foods and just take care of yourself, because it's what keeps us going. It's what keeps us thriving.
It's true. I actually saw the other day, it was like one of those really long reads, but it was comparing taking care of your physical and your mental health like to actual housekeeping. And like if we spent as much time like caring for our bodies and minds as we do for like our physical, like our green grass and our like clean walls and windows and all this, it was kind of a cool thing. So your quote just made me think of that.
I love that comparison. That actually really puts it into perspective.
Yeah, it does. When I feel like I can't take 10 minutes to like stretch or do like a quick yoga routine, yet I'm like, I'll spend a couple hours like doing laundry or cleaning my floors. Like,
right. Well, I guess that's being physically active too, though.
Yeah, that's true. This is actually really true. I always used to joke when I would go to the doctor when my kids were like little, and they'd be like, "Do you exercise regularly?" And I'm like, "I have small children. Like, I don't even know how many. I didn't have like a smartwatch at the time or anything, but I'm sure it was miles and miles a day."
Exactly. Yeah. I remember that as well.
Yeah. So right now, what are some goals that you are focusing on in your personal fitness?
Consistency is probably my main goal. I'm a little bit roller coaster with fitness. I can get on kicks where I'm really intense about it, and then I can drop it. And so at this point in my life, I'm just really trying to focus on that consistency, to move every single day. And give myself the grace to say, okay, I did take the dog on a walk today. It doesn't have to be super intense. Right now, I enjoy just doing anything, but especially running. It's hard in McCall with the snow on the ground because of the fear of slipping and falling on the ice.
Oh, yeah, no, that would not be fun.
But that's kind of, I guess, a goal that I have right now. I ran the 10K with you for the Idaho one, and we didn't run it together, but we were there. We
coexisted. It was a huge event, so.
But that was super fun, and I guess that's a goal of mine, just to stay in running shape where I could run a 10K.
Yeah.
In time.
I like your goal though of just like you want to have movement every day because that feels manageable, and it feels like with the Uptime book study, and even I can't remember his name, the guy who did Atomic Habits, like they focus so much on just like make sure that your goal is manageable. Like if you said I'm going to run every day, like
I wouldn't do it.
no, like you're not, because it's not feasible. It's just like with where you live and your job and your home and just all of those things. But I really love how you phrased your goal though, of like your goal is just to consistently move each day. I love that.
Yeah, it feels like it takes the pressure off too, and I'm actually more likely to do something then because I'm not trying to tell myself you need to run 3 to 5 miles every day or something really intense. So
yeah. What's your favorite fitness app?
I have a Peloton tread at home, so I prefer to run outdoors with my dog anytime, but a lot of times I will run on my tread. But the app in general is super awesome. It has all sorts of classes, from Pilates to bar to strength for runners to like foam rolling. It has everything. So I love using.
Cool.
Yeah, I love using that app. And just has like, if I go out for a walk, I can just hit walk and it tracks it. So that's probably my favorite fitness app. It's a great app, and you have instructors and everything. So it's even for a stretching class, you get an instructor, and sometimes
How cool. Are they live people too, or are they
Yeah.
like the? We
you
were
can
just
go to a live class too, but I usually do the recorded ones. But sometimes at night when I'm watching TV, I'll just start a stretching class and mute it and just watch it and stretch while I'm watching TV. So
Oh,
yeah.
how cool. I love that though. It kind of feels like an online sense of community that way too, though. Like, hey, I'm not the only one stretching or whatever it is.
I can even high five the people in my class that are taking it with me at the same time.
That's adorable. I love
It is.
that. These are like my favorite questions, if I could. So, if you could have any fitness superpower, like perfect balance or infinite stamina, what would you choose?
So this, I guess, might age me. I don't know. But my fitness power would be the ability to never get injured, because I just feel like especially with enjoying running, it's one of those repetitive exercises that it seems like no matter when I'm doing it, I'm always battling some kind of nagging overuse injury that I'm trying to avoid making worse. So that would be my superpower, was just I never get injured no matter what I'm doing.
I love that though. I feel like I would probably try like so many more things if I knew that I like wouldn't physically like suffer afterwards.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And not be able to do it or whatnot. Yeah.
Okay, last little section of questions. There's a couple here, but I really love this because it kind of gives you a second to brag on yourself. And I think we all need to do that a little bit more often. So, right now, Lindsey, in your life, what area or areas of your overall wellness do you feel like you're thriving the most?
Well, I think probably physical wellness, just because of that consistency, that the efforts I've been trying to make to stay consistent with my exercise. But one interesting thing about physical wellness, it really does affect my mental and emotional wellness if I'm consistent with that. On days that I exercise, especially if it's a cardio session, I feel more happy. I feel more energetic. I'm better able to react and solve problems. So I feel like they really connect. So in all the areas, I feel fairly okay about how I'm doing right now. Of course, there is always room for improvement.
Yeah, but I love that though. It feels like it's kind of one of those like a chain reaction almost. Like when you feel well, you're like able to, I was going to say perform better, but that's not, I was thinking like think better and be more like stable in situations and stuff. What's a small change that you've made recently that has helped you kind of thrive in this overall wellness?
One activity I started doing back in August was a reformer Pilates class with a group of friends I have here in McCall, and just one time a week. And it kind of started to help me more with that consistency, because it was this one class I was taking every day. I'm paying for it. I have people I'm meeting there. And so I think that class in itself has really given me the motivation to be active more days a week because I'm going to it. So that probably is the small change that has helped me thrive with at least physical wellness.
Yeah, I love that. So is reformer Pilates different than like regular Pilates, or is it just like a type or?
Yeah, so it's kind of this machine that like you with pulleys and it's resistant, so it's more strength training. And it is super fun to use. And when I always joke with my instructor, one of my favorite reasons I like the reformer is that I get to work out lying down.
I love that. I love it.
Especially at 6:30 in the morning when I go.
Can you just like take a pillow and a blanket with you too, or is that frowned upon? Okay, so my very last question for you. Do you have a tip to share to help others sort of thrive in their wellness?
I guess back to the idea of just moving every day. It doesn't always need to be really intense exercise. A walk with a friend or your dogs is perfectly okay to feel like you are, you are taking care of your wellness.
Yeah, no, I love that. I really do. I think I'm just going to embrace your goal of just move every day in some way. I like that.
Awesome.
Thanks for tuning in to Spotlight on Strength. We're so glad you joined us and hope you're feeling inspired to keep pushing forward. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out the latest happenings in the iDig Fitness Schoology group. And if you're not yet a part of it, what are you waiting for? Send us a request to join. Until next time, keep shining bright and stay strong, friends.